I was thinking a little bit more about the previous game, and I think what I should have done is I should have known that Noah knew all about my deck and that he would be more likely to make a bold play like that, the opening siphon I'm talking about. And I should have reversed ice. I should have put Grim on HQ and Snowflake on R&D. That would have been a much stronger play. I think that would have been smart. The downside to that is if he just starts going into HQ at the start of the game, especially when I had two agendas in there, I wouldn't have been able to res the Grim. It just wouldn't have done me any good. But it would have been great Siphon defense. So I think that would have been a smarter opening play. So now this game, I'm playing Davis on the right, who's playing Andromeda, and I have 10 on the left again. The double elimination rounds, you kind of switch between your Corp and Runner deck, but in this case I had to play Tenant again, which is my weaker side, so I kind of regretted having to do that, especially against Davis. Davis is a Bay Area player, shows up to many tournaments, often at the Game Castle tournaments, hits the Berkeley tournaments about every other month, and he is a very, very good player. I'd say one of the best in the Bay Area. Davis will pretty consistently win tournaments. And also, it's getting a little bit spooky here. It's starting to turn into nighttime. I think this was about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, this game. So that it kind of explains why the video quality is darkening up here. Alright, so I think we're waiting for the game to start, for time to get called or whatever. Looks like I'm probably keeping my hand. And Andromeda is always a hard matchup. Andromeda very often has security testing, which hurts a lot against my deck. My deck tries to defend archives with shocks and Shikyus, and I don't have a lot of ice in the deck. I think I have like 15 or 16, which is on, it's enough, but it's on the low end. And I don't like to use that ice to defend archives. So if he gets an early security test to go on my archives, he'll be getting money, data suckers, desperado, dirty laundries, just building up all sorts of econ and shutting down the Tenant ability completely. So that also, like, if I get an ice wall down on archives and he's security testing, it's sort of worth doing because he'll come out a credit ahead at the very least, assuming there's no desperado or data sucker, and he'll shut down my ability. So shutting down my ability and getting a credit, I think is sort of worth it. When players just run without getting any benefit to shut down my ability, that I think is a benefit to me. Like, they're basically wasting a click to prevent me getting my passive ability. Alright, so I am icing up and getting a hedge fund. So that is a pretty solid start. And Andromeda here, getting her pretty standard start here of a sure gamble. And we'll see if he can optimize the rest of his hand. Looks to have some good stuff in there. There is a data sucker. Third click, he is hitting archives, so that gives him a data sucker counter. That is worthwhile. He's doing that to get the data sucker and shut down my ability. And he gets his security testing down turn 1. So he is having to discard something. It's just looks like a same old thing. Having a little bit of a hard time seeing the cards at this point, so I apologize for that. So that was a very strong opening for him. Made use of Andromeda pretty well, getting things set up, and that security testing is going to give me some problems. So the advantage I have here, I think, is that just the fact that he does have down a data sucker at this point and no breakers means that he may not want to risk a run until he could get something like a fairy down. Although with, a data sucker, it's cheap. You sometimes just risk it. Alright, so I ice up. Looks like I have 2 Caprice in hand now. And there we go, there's the fairy, so he's going R&D. And Quandary. So I do have 1 Swordsman. I think Swordsman's a decent thing to res. They will sometimes use a fairy on it if they have some card in hand that they really care about. And I think that's the Eli that I just res there. I'm having a little... maybe I did not properly configure the anti-glare filter on the camera before this game. We'll just assume that's an Eli for the time being. And he just got into archives, so forcing me to res stuff. That might be a Grim over Archive. I'm trying to think what else I wouldn't want to res, especially with me defending it like that. That'd be my guess. And I get a Caprice down over R&D. Oh, that's a Himitsu Baku over HQ. So he is getting into R&D now. Gets through for free with the Yogg and gets a ton of money here. And it looked like he security tested R&D that turn, so he just got 3 from the Dirty Laundry, 2 from security testing, and a Data Sucker all in that one run, which paid back his Yogg immediately. So Andromeda, I think, is really about sort of maintaining economy while running and like slowly growing economy while running. So a lot of runners, their economic flow is kind of up and down. They'll be spending a lot of money, like getting into servers, and then they'll go almost broke, and then they'll build it all up again with something like Magnum Opus. So there's the Swordsman.
So that does a net damage and trashes it. I don't have an AI program.
So he might just take the net damage and save the fairy, which is unfortunate. I kind of would really like if he used that fairy, but I was lucky in getting a hedge fund. Hedge fund, a sure gamble. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say hedge fund there. Hopefully I can res this. Ice Wall will keep him out. So if I'm lucky, I'll have a successful demo ready to go. That would be just what the doctor ordered at this point. So I have pretty good defense right now. Until he gets a Corroder out, HQ and Archives are secure. And he could use his fairy or a net damage to get into R&D, which he'll probably continue to do. So he's security testing Archives. I think we need a security testing token in the game.
Third click I'll play Desperado. Fourth click I'll run R&D.
So yeah, he's going R&D. He's going to get Data Sucker and a credit with at the cost of a card. And so he sees a Shikyu, but that does not trigger from R&D. So he decides to trash it because he has security testing. He is not worried about Archives there. So my hand kind of looks okay right now. An Archive Memory, have a Caprice, a couple Agendas, an Ice, and a Trick of Light. So I need some advancement counters. And I need an Agenda I could Trick a Light, because I think I have an NAPD and the first Medical Breakthrough. So he's going to fetch the Corroder. This is a kind of a control style play here, and he is doing pretty well at it. So those Caprice are going to do some work. I would love if I had a successful demo on hand, though, to combo with the Caprice. It's hard to continuously play Caprice without successful demo. Start to run out of money.
So that was first click was draw, second click was do that, third click was first click was draw, second click was special order, third click was that. With the fourth click.
So his final click here. Probably going to be a run. He has been doing a very good job at making a successful run every turn, negating the Tenon ability.
Okay, secure test on Archives. I will break Ice Wall.
And he's running Archives, which was security tested. And I think that is a Grim. That's a hard decision. Yeah, I decided to res it. So that will shut off future security testing and will eat up a fairy.
I will spend 3 Data Sucker counters to get Grim down to strength 2. Okay. I will break Grim with fairy. Okay.
So I think that was probably the right play. As soon as I draw into a clone retirement, and there's a successful demo. A little bit too late. I might be able to trigger it if I just start taking credits. So at this point, he's not going to be going into Archives anytime soon. It's just not really, doesn't really make sense. Maybe he'll try and Parasite the Grim eventually or something like that. But yeah, so I just take credits. And now I can afford to res a Caprice and, you know, spend, at least threaten the use of her.
Okay, so
if that's Caprice, you have to resin.
I will resin now.
So I'm resing Caprice, R&D, and I may spend 2 here. So it's going to do net damage. He kind of has what he needs on the table right now, so he's not worried about... That's like a passport.
How many crits do you have right now?
I have 2.
Okay.
So I might spend 2 here. He's probably expecting 0.
Alright.
Yeah, so he spends 0, I spend all my money.
I will run R&D again.
So he goes in R&D again. I'm expecting that swordsman would be enough to demotivate this type of running, but he's not too worried about it.
You want access first?
I will access the card first, the face down card.
So he's going to access top R&D, and then he's going to kill Caprice.
And then I'll access Caprice.
The Trick of Light.
One crit I get this Beretta.
Okay.
I think I actually drew twice because I now have 4 cards, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Kind of messes up my plan.
1,
but it's
2.
fine. Oh, and I get these guys back.
I'll take the mandatory.
Yep.
Draw another Trick of Light.
I'll take...
Yeah, my turn is take 2 credits and successful demo.
Nice. My turn?
So that puts me in a pretty decent position. If he wants to keep running R&D like this, you know, I need those tenon tokens, but you know, I hit a count siphon with the last net damage, so.
Run R&D.
Okay.
So he puts the fairy down first. He does not want to lose that.
Gain a credit and a
The fairy being down means I can't just I can't res another Grim on him.
damage. And I will pay 2 to determine
Oh, so I hit another siphon there, and he does not have a same old thing down on the table. I think he discarded 1 same old thing, so the siphons are really getting taken care of. Really happy to see that. That swordsman has been doing some pretty good work, especially considering that I've been lucky enough to not have any agendas get stolen from R&D. It's pretty good luck.
First click, I'll draw one. Security testing will be on R&D, I guess.
So he's security testing R&D. I decided that I needed a security testing token, so I used the virus tokens we got for the top 16. So wherever the virus tokens are what the security testing target is. Trying to decide if I want to res this. I think it's probably a Grim. I don't want to take too bad publicity. No, it's the Inazuma, right?
2, 3. I'll make change to 5.
So I think I have an archive memory in hand. I could probably go get... Oh, and yeah, I forgot about the data suckers.
Okay.
So he is able to get through Inazuma. I'm resing the Caprice. And this time, I don't know. I always like to try and predict what I'm going to do. I'll say 1. I think I'm going to do 1. Yep. So I do 1, and that does keep him out. And I think I hope I still have that archive memory in hand. Because I think I have 2 Trick of Lights in hand if I could archive that successful demo and just make my money back. So he keeps letting the swordsman chop at him, but that's he is. I think this is bringing him to like 11 credits right now.
You get 2 credits in addition. Yeah, the security testing token will tell us all. Okay, I will take the mandatory draw.
Certainly.
Okay, so I draw into another medical breakthrough. This medical breakthroughs are not really working out.
Yep.
The first click, second click, I'll play it.
Yep.
So I get back my money here. And with that Inazuma resed in front of the Baku, that's a little bit demotivating to run on.
I first click, I'll draw one.
Yeah, we're doing the security testing here. Trying to remember that you really want the runner to declare security testing at the start of their turn, because as their turn progresses, they might want to change that security testing target for various reasons, based on a card they draw, for example. So it's best to make sure they declare it at the start. All right, so he gets the Mimic out, and now he's able to break that swordsman for 1 credit. And that Eli is definitely going to slow him down. So he could spend 4 right now, or 2 with the data suckers to get in.
There's no successful run, right?
Correct. Ability does something for
And it ends the run.
Word for it. Okay. Take the main
Okay, so I get a Brain Trust. I only have 1 advancement token. That was the first tenon token that he allowed. So he's you know, preventing my tenon tokens at the same time, kind of like maintaining his economy. Doing a pretty good job of it. Part of that reason might be security testing, though. Wow, I'm glad I have that Eli out. So he's going to start digging into R&D. Yeah, I'm super glad I have that Eli there.
Third click, I will run R&D. I will spend 2 counters.
So I got an R&D run here for the third click.
And then I will spend 1 bad pub to break the net damage.
And it's still that bad pub, so he is able to utilize that on these runs here.
I will score Brain Trust.
Gets the Brain Trust and sees a Grim. And he's gonna be able to maintain that, I think. Yeah, so the Eli has taken 2 data suckers, he gets 1 back. Yeah, he can maintain it because he has the Desperado out, so that gets him a credit. He can spend a data sucker and a credit on the and then 2 credits on the Eli. Yeah, the Eli is really slowing him down there. I'm just scoring out of Brain Trust here. My tenon tokens. And I really need to draw one of my clone retirement soon, because I need to get that bad pub money back. Especially when this is turning into just kind of a money game at this point. With that R&D interface out, he's going to want to try and get an R&D, every other turn. He'll be able to do that. So he is going to just shut down HQ right now. I'm going to have to bring that Himitsu Baku back into hand.
Do I have a period where I could take this back?
Where you can take Himitsu Baku back?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you wish to do so?
And that's the downside of putting Inazuma in front of Mitsubaku. I don't think I have any successful demos in hand or archive memories, so this is going to be pretty expensive here. And he got through. I tried to pay 0. I've been paying a lot of money, so... Yeah, he's going into HQ first because he has 2 credits, and so if he runs into a fetal AI, he wants to be able to steal it.
That was my second click. For my third click, I will run HQ.
Yeah, and HQ is just wide open right now. So he's getting his data suckers and his desperados and just going to be plucking the agendas.
And with my last click, I will draw one.
Yeah, so I have, I think, 2 agendas in hand, and he didn't draw one, so that's pretty good luck. So I might trick a lights. Ooh, I think a good play here. I need to get that Himitsu Baku back. Himitsu Baku is not doing anything for me right there. Yeah, so I don't know. That was not a great play, but I didn't have a great play because I have agendas in hand, and I have to discard a card. So he's just gonna go into HQ. He could go in like 4 times, just steal all my agendas, and I just telegraphed I had agendas because I put a counter on 2 counters on Ice Wall. But if I installed the Mitsubaku, that would have used my economy that I used for the Ice Wall. And yeah, so he legworks. So yeah, I think that was a really bad play that I just executed on. But I don't think there was a better play. So I'm lucky that worked out about as well as I could hope. He just took one of the medical breakthroughs. So I could score the other one out of hand, assuming he doesn't get it here on his 3rd or 4th click. He has his full rig out basically at this point. And tons of data suckers. This is it's just getting away from me here. He has an R&D interface. That's how you do, like, R&D is a really good target for him. HQ is a really good target just because it's making him money. Archives is the only thing really working out for me right now. Yeah, so I just score out, I think, the 2nd medical breakthrough here.
We're now in the danger zone for medical breakthroughs.
Breakthroughs are critical.
And my HQ might be safe now. That might have been all the agendas. Oh, looks like there's one more there. So security test HQ.
Ready me 1, 2, 3, and a counter.
Yeah, that right there, that's a click for 3 credits and a data sucker. And he's going to go dig R&D right now.
And I'll spend bad pub to break the net damage.
That only costs him 1 credit, essentially.
Card, I will score it. It is a NAPD.
So he gets the NAPD there.
So I lose that. Oh, and I gain 1 credit and 1 counter for my Desperado and data sucker.
So it's going to be hard here for me to... I need to get a clone retirement, and I need to... My only path to victory here is to get a clone retirement, and basically to get the 3rd medical breakthrough. So I need to draw those from R&D before he could get in there and steal them. And then I need to somehow protect HQ long enough to where I could score them out while building up the economy. I need to score them out because I'm at 0 credits. So he shuts down the Grim for, I think, his final click. So yeah, things are not looking great for me. I need... Yeah, I definitely need credits, though.
Test it on archives. First click, I'll run archives. I spend my bad pub to break my
So here we go with the 3 credits and a data sucker again here on the archive security test in.
3 credits and another data sucker counter.
And that's more than enough money that he needs to get into R&D. It's probably worth doing. If he could just security test, you know, a server, get that exchange rate.
I will spend my bad pub to break.
So he's going into archives trying to see if I dumped any agendas in there. I don't think I did.
Because there's an NAPD.
Oh, I did. So that is game. There was an NAPD in archives probably from well before. And that is the end of regionals for myself. So it was double elimination, lost to Noah, then lost to Davis. And Davis moves on, Noah moves on. They both make it pretty far in this tournament, maybe to the very end. Well, I have, I think, about 5 or 6 more games recorded from regionals of the other players, and I'm looking forward to getting those up on the channel because there's a lot of really good games there, some very exciting matches, so those will be up soon. Thanks again for watching.